and welcome to my channel Angisnavond Sims. This is going to be a very different kind of video because someone asked me how I added my Sims videos, and I thought I'd do a video on it, which is something I've never done before. So if I'm doing it completely wrong, please, I hope you won't mind. I'm just doing whatever. But I thought I'd show you how I added in an episode of my Let's Play My Life as a Ghost. And for those of you who don't know that Let's Play, it's Let's Play in which we follow the life of Elizabeth Greaves, who is a ghost and who has been dead for 125 years. She and her husband Jonathan died mysteriously 125 years ago, and in each episode you'll get to see a few scenes, a few flashbacks about her past, and by watching those flashbacks and by listening to me telling you a little bit about it, you'll get to know what happened to her in the past and why she's dead and why she's still around. Well, yeah, you're just gonna have to watch the Let's Play. It's a bit difficult to explain, but anyway, for this Let's Play I always make these past scenes, and I'm just going to quickly show you how I actually record those. I use the program Pinnacle Studios Ultimate. This is version 21, I think. And what I basically do is I add a few scenes together here, and then I hit this button. That's a transparency keyframe whatever slider thingy, and I just add a few keyframes, drag that down, and add a few keyframes here, drag it down. So basically what will happen then is that you'll have a nice transition from one scene to the next. That's step number one. Then what I do is actually I double click it, then go into edit mode, I go to camera and I pick this one, Alt Frame Advanced, I think it is. Then I go to add-ons and I choose Fignet. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I haven't the foggiest. And I always change the opaque to somewhere around 660, and that's basically how I get a really nice old-fashioned kind of look. And then I do that for all the other scenes, the other bits of scenes. So I basically do this again. And actually, it is really not that difficult. It's quite simple, but you know, I have to admit, it took me some time to figure out how it all works and what all these sliders here do. And I've tried a lot of things, and now I've come to a certain whatever that I really like. So I just keep using it because it really works for this particular Let's Play. Anyway, this is how I do this. I can't really show you too much of this, but it always takes a program quite a bit of time to render. Every time I add another filter or whatever, it needs to think about things. That always takes a little while. So I'm not going to do all of it now, but I will show you what it eventually looks like. Because obviously I can actually now delete these. I've already recorded and edited this. This is actually part of Let's Play. How this works is actually I have a project bin. I actually put it in the wrong bin. Sorry, it should be in a bin called Elizabeth. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm really not good at this. As you can see, I've already filmed the 4 flashback scenes for this episode 8. So I'm just going to put them in here now. And together with these Let's Play scenes that I recorded today, this will be the episode. But I'm not there yet. I also need another program, and I'll quickly show you what that is. Where is it? Aurora 3D Animation Maker. I'll just wait for it to load. Okay, this is the program. I always click that away. I have, in my recent files, I have basically the formats that I use for my Let's Play. So now I need, where is it? My Life as a Ghost. And this is what it basically looks like, the intro. And then I have to double click this and just change this into an 8 because it's next episode. Ta-da! I export it. I always go with high quality and I always get this, you know, be careful, your graphics card might not be able to handle it, but mine does, so don't worry about it. And I'm just going to click OK, so it will export this. Oh, I have to put it in the right folder. Elizabeth, episode 8. I'm just going to call it 8 for now. 8. Oh, sorry. And save. And then it will start to save this. Okay. You don't have to watch this. It's boring. I'll be right back. Okay, now it is saved as an AVI, the intro is. But that's a format that Pinnacle Studio doesn't really like. So then I use Movie Maker, Windows Movie Maker. Oh, hang on, not cheerful. Episode 8. Sorry, I'm really not used to doing this. So I hope what I'm trying to tell you is coming across. So this is now the new intro. This is what it would look like, but I'm gonna have to save it into another format, so that's why I use this. So I always go save movie for high definition, and oh, come on, go to the right folder, and I'm just gonna call it intro 8. Intro 8. Just gonna save that very quickly. This actually works really fast, so that's nice. And then I can use it for my Let's Play. Now I can start putting it all together. Yeah, close. Well, not just quite. No, I don't want to save it. Okay, so I need a few more files in here. Let's see. Let's go to my data file. Elizabeth Graves. I now need, of course, intro number 8. Oh, it keeps clicking that away. And I also need Thanks for Watching Ghost. That's the end of my Let's Play. And I need the introduction of my channel, or where that's this one. And then I'll also need music, but I'll talk about that a bit later. So then what I basically have to, all I have to do is add this. Where's intro 8? Then we get this. Ta-da! And after that I always add this first memory, which is this one, and then I'm gonna have to add music to this bit. But this is basically, you know, just a matter of adding things, putting it all together. After the first memory, we'll get the first part of the Let's Play, which should be this. This is a pretty long sequence, I think. Pretty long bit. 9 minutes, okay. Then I need the second memory, which is this one, Temple Part 2. Yeah, this is basically, you know, adding a whole bunch of scenes together, and it's really not that complicated. It becomes more complicated when you want to add nice transitions like I have to do with these little bits, but you know, for a normal Let's Play it's all pretty straightforward, at least the way I do it. Maybe there are better ways of doing it, I don't know. I think this, hang on, I quickly have to check this. Oh yeah, okay. Oh no, yeah, well that's not all that. Oh yeah, no, that's actually is correct. Sorry. So Temple Part 3. I don't know, I can also see how long it's going to be. I always tend to make my videos a bit too long. I always try to make them short, and it's difficult for me. So these are just the last bits I have to add. Oh, my cat wants something. I've got 3 cats. One of them is 19 years old, and I think he's a bit demented. He doesn't know what he wants. He wants to go out, then he wants to come back in again, then he wants to go out again. Okay, anyway, this is then the last bit of the Let's Play, and then we have a final memory. In this case, it's called music. So I have to add that. And then I have this little bit here, thanks for watching. So this is basically my video put together, but now all I have to do, and actually that is the most tricky part in this case, is add music to the memory sequences. But I'll first go see what my cat wants, because he probably wants some attention. I'll be right back. Okay, I also actually went ahead and added some put some music into the what is it? Project Bin. One of the songs that I use a lot for this video, for this Let's Play, is Caught Familiar by someone. Let's see. Obviously this is too long because the music has to stop right here. So then I have to go all the way here, drag this back. So this actually just shortens the music. Oh, now I've lost it. Come on. To shorten this. Okay, it needs to be shorter still. And then to make sure that it doesn't just end abruptly, I just always drag this a bit, so it gradually becomes softer, and then this is the result. So this will be the intro. I'll just quickly show you. I like this music. I actually don't know if you can hear it. I don't know how loud I put that on. I'm not going to show you all of it because you're just going to have to watch the episode if you want to know what happens. So I've added now some music here, and then I have to move on to the next part. Let's see, I'm going to use a different song now. Yeah, just why not? This is also a nice one, Sonato. There's some classical music. I always add classical music to this Let's Play. Because, you know, for the past scenes, classical music I think is very fitting. So I don't even have to listen to it because I know the song. So now I've got music for the next, let's see, Memory. And here's another one. Let's see, I'm now going to use this one. I'm going to use different ones. Yeah, why not? That's nicer. I mean, they're very lovely tracks. Most of the tracks I use are actually by Kevin MacLeod, whatever. He's got a lot of nice songs that you can use for videos. Obviously, you have to credit him because that's the decent thing to do. So I always add his name and the songs that I use in the description of my videos. So just make sure that this will not stop suddenly. And then I actually don't have to put any music here because this part of Memory is Elizabeth playing the violin. So I'm just going to add this one again, just the last bit. So the video ends with a little bit of music as well. Otherwise it just ends in silence and that's a bit boring. So it just involves a lot of, I don't know, dragging files shorter. Oh, and also always at the end I always do this as well. So it just sort of fades and just doesn't, you know, slam into your face because these letters actually come towards you, but then they'll just fade. They won't hit you in the face. So now all I have to do is wait for the video to render and then it should be done. And I can show you little bits and pieces of it, but this is basically all the editing I have to do for this Let's Play. Like I said before, the most of the editing is done with the memory scenes that are all in the sepia kind of color, and actually recording those scenes takes a lot of time because I obviously want to tell a story with those scenes without actually talking. So I only want the images to do the talking and the music that you hear. So I have to make sure that the Sims do exactly what I say. So that's why it always takes such a long time for me to do one episode of my life as a ghost. For this, in this case, I actually had to add Jonathan and Elizabeth to the Whisper family, as you know, they had to become part of the family, so I could take them all to Salvadorada and control them all. And then I had to sort of break them up again, I had to make them go home. But yeah, it actually took me a couple of days to just film a few scenes in the past. Although actually I have to say I did manage to record quite a few scenes, and I also still have a lot of material for the next 1 or 2 episodes. That was actually quite good. So it was a couple of days work. But yeah, it does always take a long time. Let's see, how long will this episode be? Probably too long. No, actually 28 minutes. It's actually not too bad in my case. I always try to go around 25 minutes, but I never manage to do that. So I always end up doing more like 34, sometimes 40, which is way too long. But this is under a half an hour. That's really good. I'm just going to let this render and then I'll be back. Okay, the video has finished rendering, or whatever you call it. So let's just see. I'll just show you a short little bit just to make you curious. This is the last memory scene for this episode. It's just Elizabeth playing a nice song on a violin. Okay, so once everything is rendered, all I have to do is go to File, Export. This is going to take a little while. And, oh, I have to do same as timeline. Okay, actually my files always tend to be quite big, but you know, I like a good quality file, so I usually have almost 60 frames per second, which is actually quite big. But well, yeah, you know, I like my videos to look nice as well, and I want people to be able to play them on their phones on bigger screens and whatnot. So yeah, that's why I always choose this setting, because it looks very nice. So I'm obviously gonna have to save it in the right folder. Episode 8, my life as a ghost, app 8. And all I have to do now is hit this button, start export, and well, this is actually going to take a little while. So basically this is how I added a film. I don't know if this was helpful at all. If you now know enough, if you have questions you can always ask me. But yeah, I hope this I don't know, was good for you. I've never done any of these kind of videos before, so I've never done any kinds of tutorial videos, so I'm really not sure what am I supposed to show people. I just now basically showed you how I do this. Maybe if you want to know more, I can show you a bit more about how I added those past scenes, because that involves a little bit more editing. But I think I've shown you what you need to know, or I don't know. Anyway, I hope this was useful and that you enjoyed watching it. Thank you very much. Bye.